Hey everybody, your good buddy Kyle here. I'm just sitting here, doing my thing, editing this episode you're about to listen to. You know what I realized? Man, this is a new show. It's so cool. Lots of great ideas. But, this episode's really, really phallic. I'm sorry. Don't know why that happened. I tried to, you'll hear, I tried to gear the conversation away from penises, but it didn't happen. So, this is quite the vulgar episode. So viewer discretion, I guess, is advised. I don't know. If you don't like talking about penises, I'm sorry. But I swear, I promise you, the next episode, episode 2, and onward, don't have as many penises in them. They're really fun. I think this is a great show. I really hope you like it. So, here you go. Here comes the episode. Goodbye.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the inaugural episode of Pitch It To Me Baby, the show where we create tons of improvised characters to expand the Talkslot Boys cinematic universe. I am your glorious host with magnificent hair, Tyler, and I am joined today by the rest of the Talkslot Boys cinematic universe original OG crew. I've got Chipper.
Heyo.
And I've got the man with slightly less good hair than me, Kyle.
What?
You're almost there, bud. It's
close.
He's balding.
What?
You're balding.
I'm balding?
Yeah, no
What?
one told you. No one told you, but you're balding.
I
Throw up
am?
a picture of Kyle balding.
Just
I don't
the
think we
picture
have
of me
that.
bald.
I hope someone just photoshops your face over Mr. Clean.
Ooh,
That'd be nice.
I'm on it.
I've always
Tight.
wanted to know what I look like bald.
Well, yeah, you can figure that out. Go and shave your head right now. We'll wait.
Alright, I'll see you later. I'll just do it this entire episode and you'll hear a faint buzz.
You just hear like a razor in the background. Just no input. Anyway, we're gonna get started. This is a brand new podcast, which we teased on in another episode of the Tippity Top podcast. We did this superpower thing that ended up not really being a top 5. We kind of just made shit up, and it was fun. So then we did it again, and we're like, you know what? Let's just make this a whole podcast, because it's got nothing better to do, right? You know, people might like it, or try it. So that's what we're gonna do. Today we're gonna make a character together. And it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Someone asked me how we're gonna do it.
How are we gonna... Hey Tyler, how are we gonna do it?
Hey, Kyle, that's a good question. I'm glad you asked that.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Here's how we're gonna do it, because if we're just coming up with stuff off the top of our head, we have too much range, too much freedom. So we're going to give ourselves some rules. We're gonna follow prompts that are given to us by a random word generator. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna generate 3 words. We're gonna get a noun, we're gonna get a verb, we're gonna get an adjective, and we are going to have to take those words and use them to fuel our creative minds to create a brand new character or characters for the Talkslot Boys cinematic universe.
Okay, that sounds right.
Cool. Are you boys ready to dive into this ish?
Hells yeah. Bring it to
Alrighty.
me. Pitch it to me, baby.
Wait a minute. Wait 1 minute. Okay, pitch it to me, baby.
Oh, I like the suspense. Let's do it on 3. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Pitch it to me, baby. That was terrible. We're not redoing it. Fuck you. We'll fix it in
Wow.
post.
Nice. No.
Everyone heard it perfectly, but for
Stay
us
how
it
it
sounded
is.
terrible.
So here is our noun. Drum roll, please. Oh, that's great on
So
my
bad.
eardrums
So
right there.
bad.
I enjoyed that. A good deal. Our noun is environment.
Ooh. Just in time for Earth Day. Oh, sorry, that dated it.
Our verb
Cut that out.
Our verb is view, which is very obscure.
Oh, okay. No, I got this.
Like
And our
V-I-E-W?
Yeah, V-E-I-W.
Okay, alright.
Wait.
Or V-I-E-W? I don't know how the fuck to spell. I already deleted the word. Don't at me. And our adjective is aloof.
Aloof.
So basically, we have an edgelord environmentalist that can see. I guess.
What is this prompt we've been given?
So the aloof thing and the environment thing automatically make me think that he needs to be like an anime edgelord type character who likes trees. He has to have some kind of like nature power.
See, I'm thinking he's kind of like a. He lives in the he protects the volcanoes of the world because rocks are edgy and whatnot.
Okay.
And so he's like covered in black soot, for sure.
Ooh.
Just
And
black
he's got,
soot.
like- well, I guess so.
Yeah, he's completely naked. He just paints his clothes on with black. He just rubs black soot over his cock and runs into battle.
God.
This is a family-friendly universe. Yeah, maybe does he have like?
An obsidian cock? Yes, he does. I'm glad you asked.
Well,
I don't
that's
think-
what I'm thinking.
Forged in the fires of the volcano. He whips it out when he gets erect. It turns into like a magma sword that he
Ew.
impales into his enemies.
I don't know if that's a great.
And he goes
I don't-
against like corporations trying to like pollute the ecosystem.
Yes, definitely this.
Yeah,
he
and
definitely...
he's like, "This is for the trees, you sick motherfucker." And then he like shoves his penis through the back of their heads, and they die. And
I don't think the penis route is the
Yeah,
best
no,
for
no,
our
are you
sure
character.
though, because I think it's different, right? There's what other superhero community that has a fucking obsidian magma blade penis? None.
I
because
think
And
they
what's
don't
more
need-
There's
what's
a
more edgy
reason.
than a magma blade obsidian penis?
Nothing.
I'm gonna assume that there's a reason there's no character with an obsidian magma
Because
blade
the
penis.
mainstream comic companies are too scared to make a character that cool and powerful.
I mean, they might be, but if we're trying to like kickstart this universe, I don't think we want to start off with a man with a magma.
I'm just saying, the MCU already has the mainstream film industry on lock. We can take over the porn industry if we have a character with a fucking 9-foot, 17-inch thick obsidian magma blade penis.
Well,
I don't agree.
I don't like.
Why
this.
not?
Let's turn something else of him into a magma sword blade.
Fine. I mean, it's less cool, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Well,
It is.
sometimes you gotta sacrifice coolness for watchability.
I would watch the shit out of a dude with a 9-foot magma blade obsidian penis.
Yeah,
I don't know about
absolutely
you.
would. Yeah, I would too, Kyle. I don't think it's about the watchability.
That's
I
a
think it's about the
subgenre that needs
relatability.
to exist if it
It's
doesn't
not.
already.
I'm not. I get that we would watch it, but I think the mass public would be like, I thought Deadpool was edgy. This is a little too far. And then
Kyle,
I don't-
Kyle, is this the People's Cinematic Universe or is it the Talkslot Boys Cinematic Universe? It doesn't matter what the people want. It matters what we want, and we want giant rock cocks.
I
Okay?
don't know if I can go with a rock cock, dude.
Whatever.
okay,
Y'all are
here-
weak-willed people. We don't have to. If you don't want it, we'll table it. But I don't know.
Yeah, let's
I
just
just-
table it.
Write in the
this
comments below if you think that I had the superior idea. I don't know what this character's gonna turn into, but we are giving up on a multi-million-dollar idea here. Someone else is gonna steal it. and then-
Well, okay. Well, let's say we wanted to explore this rock cock idea. What, like,
Tell
so
me
is
that
he?
this is what Marvel press meetings are like. Should we explore the rock cock idea for a moment?
Yeah, let's focus in on the rock cock perspective. Because I think he can grab a lot of people. It's just
Yeah,
how are we
kid.
gonna market this?
What do you mean? Like I can see the action figures right now.
You definitely
It's like the
can't.
commercials. Be
Definitely
like, yeah,
cannot.
because all the commercials where it's like, fucking death grip kung fu chop action. And it's like press his legs together to pump up his cock for battle, and
Oh
then like
God.
you
I'm getting
flip a
less
switch. Like, it's
interested.
like a switchblade. It like pops out. It's like
A switchblade for a kid's. Wait, is
Yeah,
this a
why
Kickstarter?
not?
A switch.
It's
Wait a
functional
minute.
too. Like you can actually like in the commercial, it'll be like, "Fuck rock cock, whip out that huge member," and it just fucking, and then he like stabs his friend in like the face, And he's like, ow! And he's like, yeah!
We're
Rock
definitely-
cock, and then like a flamethrower comes out of the gooch, and then it like melts his friend's face off.
Oh.
And then it's like, parents, please monitor your kids while doing this, while they murder their friends. Kung Fu karate cock action.
We're at
Buy
least
it
going to
now.
be tabling the "pull out your member" catchphrase, because I don't think that really has a great ring to it.
Also,
But-
the
Guys.
supervillain, it makes sense. He'll be the Crag. He's
Like
just
super villain?
yeah, he's just a big old rift in the ground he loves shoving his cock into.
Oh no!
He doesn't love shoving his cock into. He does it for the greater good, obviously.
Wait,
But-
so the crag is the enemy, but it's just a slit in the earth?
Yeah, because it's like it's like a sentient chasm, right?
Okay.
Fucking chasm.
Yeah, it's like a crack in the ground that talks. But he talks about villainous
Okay,
things.
well, we need to back up first off. We need to get back on track on our. Well, let's focus on our character first.
Fine.
and what
Okay.
his name
okay,
is.
Okay. His name. Well, are we going with the obsidian blade penis, or are we not doing that because that's gonna change things?
Well, okay.
I'm thinking we go with it. It's grown on me. Just like his cock is growing, but
Constantly, it never stops growing. It's his weakness.
okay. Oh yeah, well it's kind of okay. So it's kind of like ooh. So could it be like, you know how lava, right? Whenever it's in the ocean and it's constantly spewing out lava and it just hardens and keeps getting harder. So like every
Yeah.
time he comes, does it just get larger and larger?
Yes.
Because it's like hot
Yes.
lava.
And
then it
that's why he's
cools.
aloof, because he can't make friends because they'll only get hurt by his ever expanding magma cock.
Oh, okay, yeah,
That's
yeah,
and he
yeah.
can't
Sorry,
be intimate
Kyle.
with anybody because if he tries fucking anyone with his obsidian blade magma penis, they'll obviously die a horrendous death. So
Yeah.
he
Okay.
can't,
So
he
Kyle,
can't love
you're out
anybody.
on
He
this.
can't have friends. He just has to fight crime with his ever expanding weapon penis. And he has to do it and he can't get any glory from it either because, the news isn't going to cover a man fully exposed stabbing people with his cock. So he has to do it just because it's the right thing, not because he's going to get any fame or glory from it.
Yeah, he's like the Batman of the Pacific Islands.
Yes.
So, okay, so here's his suit. You know how like the old wise tale.
Are you shaving your head?
I'm doing it for Rockcock Johnson.
You're really committed to this bit that we abandoned like
I
15
have
minutes
nothing
ago.
left. Our first character for this show is Rock Cock.
We'll come up with a more creative name
Yeah.
than Rockcock, obviously. That's
Yeah,
too close to
Rockcock Johnson.
Rocklock from My Hero Academia. We don't want to copy anything,
Wait,
Yeah.
who?
Rocklock.
Rocklock.
I don't know who that is. So.
Fucking watch the new season, you dingus.
Oh well. But okay, so let's talk about his costume right now.
More like
So
a
can it
costume.
be-
Ew. Am I right, guys?
What? What did you say?
I said his costume. Well, I think, I don't know. I don't really have an idea for the costume, though. Because my idea for the costume is he's just going to be buck-ass naked,
Just covered in
and he
soot.
just rubs soot on his cock, and then it just, like, grows into the blade.
I really hate it.
It's just...
I'm having
I don't know.
trouble
I feel
getting
like
on
he's-
board with this.
I feel like he's got to be edgier than that though.
But what else does he really need, though?
Being covered in, like having obsidian armor, and then like the only thing that isn't obsidian is his cock, and like it's just magma the whole time. And it
No, but his
hardens.
cock is obsidian. That's the whole thing. It's a magma infused obsidian blade.
Well, because okay, so here's what I'm imagining. His costume is like he's all rock, right? Like he's got like he's kind of like he's got like spiky rocks all over him. He's got a cool mask that kind of like glows red at the top, kind of like a volcano-ish.
Okay.
Like it's just hot because he's hot-headed and whatnot. And then yeah, his member is glowing red constantly at the tip, and then it's obsidian all the way to like from the shaft to
Okay.
the balls.
Here's what I'm gonna suggest, because I think if we give him too much like rock coverage, I think it's gonna take away from the magnificence of the penis.
I don't think
So-
not if it's glowing red. Not if it's glowing red though.
Well, a little bit though. So here's my thought, right? I'm thinking he kind of dresses like a witch doctor.
Ooh,
So it's very
yeah.
like he's got like a grass skirt with
That's
like
kinda what I
with
was
his
seeing.
member like shoving
Yeah.
through it, right? And then
Very
he's got
island.
like he could have like a big like mask covering his face, obviously because he has a lot of shame. And that way like no one could tell his identity. It's like Mudman from World Heroes, right? Like the big creepy weird mask, and then he's just got like little things on his arms and his shins. And he goes barefoot.
Okay. So hold on. Imagine this thought. So think of like one of the scenes from one of the Dark Knight movies, right? Instead, it's like, so you know how Batman's like popping in and out of the dark and knocking people out. Well, what if it's like one of the scenes is you just see a glowing red dot just swinging back and forth, knocking people out on yours.
Just like zipping through the darkness, like cutting
Yeah.
people's jugular.
You see it do a flip at one point. You're like, what the fuck?
It's
And
like
he
the
comes
scene-
out.
Oh my god.
He comes out into the light, and it's just focused on his member.
It just like slowly starts coming out of like the darkness into the light, and it just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going, and like 5 minutes later he walks out like attached to it.
Wow.
Kyle, this is the greatest character we could have possibly come up with. So
Well, like obviously, because like I had an envisionment for this character immediately, like just like small thoughts. I had like a witch doctor kind of like thought to him as well. I felt like that made a lot of sense. But what I imagined immediately was that every time, because this is obviously is not Rockcock. This is just completely like what I before we went down this tangent was that every time that he appears to like help the other characters or like he appears to like foil the day, you hear his voice and then they all turn to look at him, and no matter where he's at, he's leaning against a tree. He's always leaning against something nature related. He was, and like as he walks away from me, I always like pats it and gives it a kiss or something.
you should have come up with that quicker than.
Well, you know, you kind of just were like, "Oh, he's magma cock," and it just kind of kept going.
It's true. But
Fair enough. I was kind of quick on the draw on that one. I mean, we could. I want to say we could incorporate that into him, but if he's from like a volcano, I don't think
Yeah,
there's a
it's
lot of
not gonna
trees
work.
around there.
He's always leaning on a rock. How
He's
about
always
that?
leaning on a volcano.
He's always on a
He
volcano.
appears in the middle of a city, and there's just a volcano just appears wherever he is. It's like
It's
just,
just
it's not a
fucking
big
rocks.
one. It's just like as big as
Oh.
him for him to just lean against.
Okay, I thought you just meant like as soon as he pops up, there's a fucking giant volcano the size of an island in the middle of the city and just erupts. It just kills
I
everybody.
feel like that would just be hard to work into the stories, but like if he just has a little one,
Yeah.
you know, that could definitely work.
Okay, yeah, like he can like he conjures it from the ground and it just like he just leans on it like, hey, what's up? I got a lava. I got a volcano I can lean on, and he puts his cock in it and dips it in, just glowing red.
God, he like unsheaths it from like the side of the volcano.
Ooh, that's how you know he's about to enter battle. He just like dips it into the volcano that he summons.
Maybe like he rides the volcano, like he shoves his penis into the volcano to store it, right? And he like hugs the volcano, and then the volcano travels through the ground, and he's just like hugging it, right? So he shows up on the scene hugging this volcano, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's gonna fight me with a volcano. It's pretty hardcore." And then he like removes himself from the volcano and just unsheaths his massive obsidian cock, and they're like, "Oh no,
Yes.
the volcano was just to contain his real weapon." And then they get really scared.
Okay, yes, I like that idea. Kyle, input. Thoughts? Prayers?
I'm 100% in agreement. I don't think I have anything more. Well, I guess here's my thing though, is that we haven't really dealt with the view part of it.
You're right.
Yes.
Now here's what I'm thinking. all
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Pitch it to me, baby.
So
Oh.
I will. So he shoves rocks in his eyes.
Oh God. What
Why
does this
though?
do?
Because it fuels his cock.
Okay.
How so?
Because we have to use the word view somehow.
Here's
I-
another idea. So, you know how Chipper kind of touched on earlier? Maybe we cut this part out because of technical issues, but you were talking about how, like, there's, like, the old wives' tale that if you masturbate a lot, you'll go blind. Maybe the view thing is, like, since he has an obsidian cock, when he masturbates, he sees better. So every time he nuts with his obsidian blade lava cock, he can just see, like, a further expanding view. So he can just see everything on the planet that is connected to, like, Earth, right? So he can see you at all times because he has these all-seeing eyes because he's one with the land.
Okay.
What
I
if
don't
he,
hate that.
What if when he masturbates, he can see through the eyes of creatures like in a certain radius around him?
Oh God,
And,
no! It's not
Well, that's
contact with
kinda-
the creature.
Just
He wants
imagine
to
him, like,
see
just
through?
vigorously stroking his, like, cock. And obviously it'd be, like, cutting into his hand. Because, like, it's an obsidian blade magma penis. So
It's
just
a risk that
shredding
he
his
has to
hand. Just go, and then it just, like, it does, like, the That's So Raven, like, shoots into his eyes. You just see this vision of, like, other things that he's seeing. And then it cuts back after he's done, and there's just, like, a fucking spewage pool of lava all around him. There's, like, carcasses that got caught in the crossfire just, like, decomposing. And then he wipes
Oh
up
my God.
with a tissue and leaves.
A tissue? You think that's what we're
Yeah.
doing?
He's like sponsored by
They're really
like,
sturdy.
He's just sponsored by like that's how we get product placement into our universe.
Yeah.
Is that he very like nicely places like Puffs brand tissues
It's
like
Puffs
perfectly.
Plus with lotion just in front of the camera and just pulls one out.
Ah, that
Just
feels
puts out
nice.
the flames
That's
on
a
his
little
cock.
lotion too. Like
Only one thing can tame the raging fire in my weapon penis. And that's Puffs Plus with lotion.
Oh my God! Billions of dollars made right there just from that.
yeah, I'm edgy, but you know what isn't? Puffs lotion tissues.
That shit's soft as hell.
Okay, so for the view, are we going for the all-seeing eye, or are we going for the just makes eye contact with an animal and jerks off and can see?
No, it's not that he makes eye contact
No, he
with an
should.
animal.
He should while it's happening. It would be
Not
funny.
at all what I recommended.
He sees like a sloth and he's like, "Oh boy."
No, it's not. I
He
said that
does
when
that to,
he
like, a human person. He just stares at them, makes eye contact. Like, what are you doing? Oh my God, why am I looking at you masturbating now?
Oh, and if he's looking through the animal's eyes, like their eyes start to glow red just like his, so that you know, like he's seeing through their body right now.
I mean, I think this is a fun idea, but I think while we can probably get away with a character that stabs people through the back of the head with a massive rock penis, we might not be able to get away with a dude vigorously masturbating in every frame of the comic to mind hack people. So we might want to go with a more broad approach to the view thing.
That's
But
true.
that's
Because
the
like
thing,
if
that,
he has
like,
to
what
use a kid.
Yeah, see, that's where we're gonna run into some issues,
Yeah.
right?
No. Like they'll be like the scenario will often be like, well, we don't know where he's going, and he'll be like, I'll be back, and he'll run to the bathroom and be like, ah, and then he'll run back out and be like, I know where they are.
Oh,
He always has to run to the bathroom before, because then you don't have to show it on the thing, because then it's like, I guess family friendly, but we all know he's masturbating, so like it really just loses its charm a little bit.
Well,
Like,
here's
yeah,
another thing we have to factor in. Does it kick in when he climaxes, or does it kick in just when he starts stroking?
climax.
Okay, so this causes a problem, because if it doesn't kick in until he nuts, and he has a penis made of obsidian, I imagine it's going to take a very long time to stroke that one out.
Well,
Especially if you have to deal with the pain of your hand being lit on fire and sliced open when you have to do it. Unless he makes sweet, sweet love to his volcano.
Okay, well here's the thing. I think if you have an obsidian cock, I think the rest of your body is able to handle what you have, because this is a superhero.
I don't know.
Like, we got to cut some, not corners, but like make it so that like some things aren't always explained. You know,
Okay.
like Superman sucks. We hate him. Like he's just everything. He's good at everything except for when rock flies to him, near him. Bad. That's how you explain Superman.
For anyone
yeah.
who doesn't know who Superman is, that was like the all-around best recap of Superman of all, like
He can
everything.
shoot lasers. Why can he shoot lasers? It doesn't. Why?
He's an alien. I don't know.
It's stupid. It doesn't make sense. That's all I'm saying.
I like Superman. Fuck you.
Superman's stupid. He's fucking limp, and I hate him.
Yeah, Superman. More like Superman. Am I right?
That was really good.
Thank
Almost
you.
as good as your rock cock idea.
Not even as close to as good at an idea as my rock cock idea. Dude, imagine if DC had come up with him first instead of Superman. They'd be rolling in the fucking money right now.
Yeah,
They're rolling the money already. I don't think they care.
Yeah, they'd have more though.
What if Mr. Rockcock had the exact same effect on the superhero world as Superman did? Can we?
What do you mean by that?
Like how Superman is like very much like the iconic superhero.
Oh yeah. You
Like-
just see like kids walking around with like rock cock t-shirts and like
Yeah.
rock cock footy pajamas,
Oh god.
dressing up like him for Halloween, like trick or treat, like stabbing the people with their cock. Like obviously it'd be like a strap on because it's part of the costume. Like
Would it though?
I mean,
Yeah,
you
it
hope.
wouldn't be
Otherwise
real.
it'd be not bueno.
That's a good point.
Okay. Also, to address this issue, when he climaxes, is it the equivalent of a volcano erupting? Because if so,
yeah, absolutely.
that will. Okay, so that damages so much shit.
Yeah.
Like if he's in the middle of a city, that's like his ultimate thing. Like that's his last ditch effort move, right? He's like, I'm gonna climax, and he just crack a toe, and just knocks down a whole city. That's like if Thanos was invading, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Not, but the equivalent of Thanos, not actual Thanos.
And like since he's very aloof, he has a lot of like pent up sexual tension because he can't act out any sexual acts on another human. Or have feelings for anyone. So like when he does it, it's like a self-destruct basically. Like he has to unleash all of his pent-up energy, and then it like incapacitates him for a while when he does it.
He'll probably get blasted back.
Oh yeah,
A few
like,
thousand feet.
Like people will die in the crossfire if they don't see it coming. Like it'll just flood the streets with lava.
Coming.
Coming. Yeah. That's good, yeah.
Ha! I thought of a name for this character.
Ooh.
Pitch it to me,
Pitch
baby.
it to me, baby.
The Magnum Magma.
Ooh.
I don't hate that.
I don't hate that at all. I like that.
I was
You get it 'cause
thinking
it's
of.
a penis reference.
I did get
Yes,
that.
I get
It is a
that. Yeah,
penis
yeah, the
reference.
mag-
Did you get it? Are you? Do I need to explain it more?
Yeah, please.
No,
Actually,
no.
I'm
Okay,
a little
so-
lost.
Magnum refers to the magnum size of his penis, and he also spews magma.
Okay. How about the erupt?
Yeah.
There's got to be something there with eruption and erection, but I can't make the
yeah.
connection.
Oh yeah.
Maybe there's nothing there. I don't know.
Eruptile dysfunction.
Yeah.
Ooh, there we go. That's the singer. Reptiles.
That is the best shit I've ever heard in my life.
There's the kicker.
There it is. I knew we'd find it.
There you go, Kyle. This is why we keep you around.
Yeah, it's for singers like that one.
I hate this show.
This is a hell of a first episode. Where are we even gonna go from here?
Okay, so now that we have his name, his main power, so the back to the view thing. So is it just? I don't think he has to stroke his cock.
No,
do it. I
we're
think
not
it's
gonna
too
do the
much
stroking cock thing because if we go with the orgasm blast, then that rules that out. So I think it's just that he
superheats his eyes and he can see everything.
I think it's like when he touches his volcano, right? When he inserts his penis into the volcano, then the volcano is attached to every piece of ground on Earth, and he can then see anything connected, much like Toph's Earth vision. He can see anything connected to the ground from like any point on Earth.
I like that. I like that a lot.
So yeah, that's
where
how he like gets intel. But if he doesn't have his penis in the volcano, he can't use that power.
Okay, I mean that's we gotta have some kind of drawbacks, and so like if they just he's fighting someone, they just keep him away from his volcano or something.
Yeah.
No, we don't want him to see everything.
So we got
Awesome.
we have his powers. We have his costume.
We have that rat ass name.
We have his name.
Okay, I say we move along for now, and we get his backstory.
Okay. Oh, his backstory. That's a good one.
I feel like we need to have how he got his his origin story. Like,
So
doesn't have to be super in depth, but
I have an idea
make it in depth
for that. So he was part of a tribe of like Aztec warriors or something who believed in human sacrifice. So they threw him into a volcano to sacrifice him to some kind of deity, right?
I don't think it should be Aztec. I think it should be more Pacific Islander.
Well, whatever. I mean, it could be anything. It could be a made-up thing. It could be the...
Oh, yeah, it can be a made-up tribe. I
Yeah,
think.
but just like a
so we don't
tribe.
offend anybody.
Yeah. A tribe, and they sacrifice him as I don't know if it would be I'd like to think as a younger person, throw him into a volcano to sacrifice him. But
why him? There has to be a reason. We have to pick why him.
Oh,
so there's like a tragic backstory for him.
I think that his thing should be because like he's supposed to, like the whole aloof part is that he should probably be like an edgy teenager that's just like, you don't understand me, Mom. I don't want to do these rituals today, Mom. Like he's like the modern day ritual teenager, but like in like an ancient tribe, and that's why they like throw him into a volcano because like maybe there's some kind of like catastrophic event coming and they need a sacrifice, and they're like, he's a little bitch kid, we'll throw him in, and then he fuses with the volcano.
Part. I was gonna make this more deep, where it's like he was a happy kid, but like he was kind of like the runt of the litter. And they needed a sacrifice, and that's why they decided to pick him. But something went wrong during the sacrifice, and he lived, and he became obviously angry. And like at first, he wanted to just use his powers for evil, but he kind of just, he was like, no, I should use this for good. I should use his power for good. He kind of got like revenge and saw that it wasn't what he wanted or what he needed in his life. And he just decided, you know what? I need to change this around and use my powers for good. But we could also go with the little bitch boy route. I like that.
Here's another route we could take. So like imagine the tribe every year they have to sacrifice the boy with the smallest penis, which is him. He has like a little acorn penis, right? So they sacrifice him to like the deity of well-endowedness.
Yes.
Volcano cock or something, I don't know. And then they throw him in the volcano to sacrifice him.
Volcano.
Like, take this small
Volcano
penis
erectus.
so that the rest of our boys shall be well endowed. And then they like throw him in. And then the deity takes pity on him for having the smallest cock ever. And he's like, I will give you new life with this friggin' god penis made out of volcanic material, and you will use it to enact my justice on the world. And then he
and save the environment.
Sure. Except
yes, there has to be some kind of environment.
Except the deity is actually like evil, and he wants him to go and like. So the first thing he has him do is he has to murder the entire tribe because he's just done with them. So he's like, I'm gonna give you just this massive cock, so I will not give my powers to anybody else. And then you murder all the rest of them. And then he does that, and then he wants him to do other evil things. But eventually, his cock becomes so powerful that he kills the god. And is like, I will not follow you anymore. I am the one with the big cock. I will do what I want. And then he kills him, and then he decides to fight for good because he is his own man.
That's a good first movie.
I like that. I think, and that's how he gets his, like, what is his name again?
Eruptile dysfunction?
Yeah, see, that's the name of the god, and by slaying the god, he he doesn't become the god. Because he just keeps his own powers, but he gets the name of the god. It's kind of like tradition when you slay a god in this tribe.
Oh. I kind of like that, where like the god's name is Eruptile dysfunction.
That doesn't make sense that the god's name would be a reptile, a reptile's function, though.
Because if it is like the god of well endowment,
right,
would be the opposite of that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
Also, we have to like work another villain into this because like I think the god could be the original villain because he wants to make him a villain. But I like the Crag idea, and I kind of want to come back around to that.
Well, no.
Are you sure?
Well, how would the Crag go?
What do you mean? How would the Crag go?
That's the problem. Is I don't think there's a lot more to it than it being a sentient fucking chasm.
Okay, well let me pitch this to you. Okay,
pitch it to me,
baby.
So like obviously no fake religion that they come up with in any of these scenarios are ever monotheistic. So we have to come up with multiple gods that would rule over this thing. So we have the god of well-endowedness. There could also be a god of cracks, and he could make a sentient crack. So there's that for you. The Rift King.
Yes.
And he makes chasms. And he can become one with chasms and chew on people's toes.
Okay.
Wow, this is really
a little bit weirder route than I thought. The toe part got strange.
Okay, well, here's what I was thinking you were going with it, was that you were going to make, like, somehow maybe the deity survived or something, or there was, like, a rival deity, and they gave the power of, like, because, like, going from crack, I thought you were going to talk, like, ass crack, and then somebody's going to have, like, some kind of, like, rival power for their ass.
Dude, that is, that is so much better. Okay, yes, do that.
Oh my god. So, like, the power for the ass is he can suck in so much things, so, like, he can, it's kind of like Matter to Lad, but, like, with his butt, and it just takes the, like, I don't know, just any object that goes.
Well, no. We already made that a character though in the supervillain one.
Did we?
Yeah, didn't we make a guy that could just like consume anything?
Did we?
Yeah, it was like the opposite of Buzz Eyes. His eyes were like voids that could suck in whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
So I think this one could just be like he has like a molten ass crack, right? That just looks like a fucking rift, and then like he can do a couple things with it. I like to think he can clap his ass cheeks together. That creates such a force that it literally like shatters tectonic plates. Like he can make cracks in the Earth's crust by clapping his ass cheeks together.
Okay, wait.
Thunderclaps.
All right, I'm gonna pitch something to you, babies.
All right.
Pitch it to me, baby.
Do we want to make it a different element so that when he like claps his ass cheek, it creates like tidal waves or something?
Well, I like that. It's like
Oh,
earthquakes because it like shatters the ground, right? So
Yeah. So he's like the god of tsunamis or something, of quakes maybe.
Yeah.
Because.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So and then whenever like
we
know
could call
obviously
it earthquake.
Yes.
I love it. This is fantastic.
It's perfect.
But
is this all in the same movie?
Yes.
I don't know. It's we're thinking comics, I guess, not necessarily movies.
True,
so
yeah,
it could span, however many.
Well,
pages you
okay.
want.
So
Multiple story arcs, I would say.
Yeah.
So Girthquakes. So he has the power. When he claps his cheeks, the Earth rumbles. Obviously, and
Yes.
let's not make it the whole Earth though. Let's make it in a large area, like a certain area around him. Like,
Yeah, he makes it
miles.
like directional, so he'll bend down and like look through his legs, and then he'll just do like a big clap. Imagine he's like in like a city street, and he'll stand in the middle of the road, clap those ass cheeks, and then just like just a giant fissure like goes all the way down the street.
Okay. Yeah. Anal fissure.
Yeah, it is. That's the power is anal fissure.
Okay. Now. So, how does he connect it to our hero?
So, I mean, I think like Kyle said, we just need to come up with another god that like gives him the power of ass clapping as like a rival.
Think they're from the same tribe though, like
yeah.
Or maybe they were like best friends growing up or something, and he couldn't handle the jealousy, or like since erectile dysfunction slayed their whole tribe, like his friend was the only one that survived or something, or this man was the only one that survived, and he was like, I'm gonna get revenge on him. I need to go seek out this god.
Yes, I like
and
that.
he seeked out the god, and the god was like, I'll make you a deal. I will do this, but you have to kill this man or something, or like you have to do something for me.
Here's an idea to like go off of that. So like he could be like his friend or whatever. So then when he has to go and kill everyone, like he doesn't really want to kill him. So all he does is he cuts off he like cuts off his body with his penis from like the waist down, so he no longer has an ass or legs, and he's just like a stump person. But he manages to survive by cauterizing the entire bottom half of his body with lava seeping out of his dripping magma cock, right?
Is this Darth Maul?
Yeah, basically Darth Maul, sure.
Okay.
And then after like he like murders everyone in the village, right? Like there's the rival god to the volcano guy who's like the earthquake god or something. And he was like I don't like that he gave this dude a massive god cock. He needs to be put in his place. I'm going to grant you new ass cheeks and legs attached to them with my power, so you can go and defeat him and enact your revenge.
I kind of dig that, because then, like, from the waist down, he could be made of, like, just, like, I don't know, like, some kind of rock.
Yeah, he has, like, rock legs, yeah.
Yeah, and his...
See...
Well, or, okay, I kind of like that idea. What if he, like, just, like, kind of... To make the god, like, when erectile dysfunction is attacking the city, because, like, he's listening to the god of the volcano or whatever, and he's killing everyone, and he sees his friend, and he's just like, I can't do it. So he makes it look like it by, like, slashing off, like, part of the bottom of him. So, like imagine, like, a cheek and a leg. So it's just, like, one cheek is, like, it's like,
or he just
rocky.
straight up cuts off his ass and then leaves his
that
legs.
could be a possibility, is just the ass. But, like, it could be just, like, one leg, so that way it's, like, still, like, human ass against, like...
He has, like, one meat cheek and one rock cheek, and then...
Yes.
There's just, like, some moss, like, covering, like, the middle. To, like, soften the blow on his, like, meat cheek.
Yes, that's so good.
Oh,
yes,
my God.
Okay, yeah.
I dig it.
Alright, his backstory is made.
His backside story.
Oh, wow. We have had ups and downs in this episode.
This has been a roller coaster. I mean, I guess that's pretty much it. I mean, we kind of came up with a pretty solid group of characters here.
Yeah, I think we should do a little recap just to, just to go over basically like what we went through, so everybody knows exactly what's finalized.
Before we do that, could I pitch one more thing to you? One more little detail.
Absolutely.
Sure.
So, imagine, like, as like an arc, it could be like the origin arc where like the volcano happens and he in erectile dysfunction has to fight the volcano god, and then like the second arc is him fighting like the quake. What was it? Girthquake?
Oh, Girthquake. Yeah.
I think that's what it would be for the story.
But like right before Girthquake dies, Girthquake confesses to erectile dysfunction that there are like different elements that are all trying to find him, and then like that opens up a whole like universe of like
oh shit, I love
elemental
that.
gods.
Ooh, so it's kind of like God of War then.
Yeah, and like each of like these gods, because I don't know how many gods there would be, we could decide that later. But it would like they all have like a champion that they are sending to fight erectile dysfunction.
Yeah. We have a dude with like wind nuts. Like testicles or something, and he just like swings his nuts around with such velocity that it just creates tornadoes.
Yes. Okay.
Samson from Samson and Goliath, but instead of swinging rocks, he's
slinging nuts. The nut slinger.
Wow. Wait, no. That guy should be nature, and his name is Trees Nuts.
Oh my god.
He plants his nuts in the ground, and then they shoot up as like massive like foliage and trees that can like attack people.
Yeah, he can like just summon forests. Like, just one giant like a landmass of forest.
Yeah, he has like literal bush. So it's like his pubes are like just a mass like wave of vines.
And they shoot out. They shoot out, and he can control each like individual hair / vine.
But the only drawback is he has to be planted in the soil to do that. So he has to drop his nuts into the soil, so he can't move while his nature pubes are shooting out everywhere. So he'll kind of like form a cocoon around himself of like nature, construct a forest around him, and then lure his enemies into the forest, and then he'll destroy them with all his foliage in the forest area before they can find him.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Trees nuts, man. He's the best.
We have created a plethora of characters. To
Holy
this.
shit!
this is
like a whole
this-
sub-universe right here.
Yeah, this is just like one whole comic that we got going on.
This is incredible. This might be better
Wow.
than the Door Boys.
Well, I don't know about that.
Okay, so good stuff, boys. We created a vast slew of characters on this first episode of Pitch It To Me, Baby. Definitely different than I expected it to go, but I suppose that's mostly my fault. So,
Yes.
you know.
It was a lot of fun. So, do we want to do a recap for this whole thing?
Oh.
You know, just give a generalized, like, finalize all of our heroes, villains, and their backstories and whatnot?
Of course we do, and I have a pretty fun idea for how to do that. Let's roll the recap.
Clancy here. That's right, your favorite robot companion has returned with a new function, to summarize whatever the hell the boys just came up with. Ahem. A long time ago, on an island in the middle of nowhere, a tribe of crazy polytheistic murderers performed a yearly ritual, throwing the boy with the smallest penis of the tribe into an active volcano, to appease the god of well endowment. Only this time when the ritual was performed, the deity took pity on the boy, and instead of killing him, he infused the boy's penis with the power of the very volcano he was thrust into. In return for the destructive volcanic god power, the boy was tasked with enacting the deity's vengeance upon the world. The boy rose back up out of the ashes, born anew with a massive volcanic penis, and the bloodlust of the ancient deity. As per the request of the deity, the boy used his newfound power to annihilate the entire tribe, reducing them to nothing but ash. The only one that was spared was his best friend, who in the ensuing chaos was left with no legs or ass. It was on this day that he was given his new name, Eruptal Dysfunction. He would obey the god of well endowment for many years, until one day Eruptal's conscience began to tear him apart. He faced the god once more, and vowed to never again follow his destructive and murderous path. The battle that ensued was that of legends, and in the end, the god fell at the overpowered might of Eruptal Dysfunction's volcanic power. With a newfound sense of justice, Eruptal began to use his power for the sole purpose of helping the environment and planet as a whole. With his massive lava-blasting volcano cock, and his trusty volcano steed, he would travel the world, facing off against thugs and villainy. His main adversaries would grow to be the rest of the godly pantheon and their champions, such as the god of cracks and his champion, Earthquake, a man given a godly-ass cheek made of a tectonic plate that can cause fissures in the earth below him by simply clapping his cheeks together. And plot twist, Earthquake is actually Eruptal Dysfunction's childhood best friend who he severely injured during the murder of the tribe. Wow. What a deep and interesting character arc. The Talks a Lot Boys cinematic universe officially welcomes Eruptal Dysfunction, the nearly naked tribal hero with a pelvic volcano.
Whoa, dude! Wow! Whoa!
Crazy
That was
stuff.
a crazy recap. Look at all that danky shit that we just came up
Holy
with.
shit, man.
Wow!
Man, that was epic. Marvel, if you're watching, I mean, how could you turn out a pitch like that? We're basically throwing free money at you, free ideas.
This is not. I don't think they'll pick this one up.
Yeah, but I would say this was a pretty successful flagship episode of Pitch It To Me, Baby. This was a lot of fun, and I am super excited to make some more of these with you boys.
Heck yeah, dude. I would
absolutely.
I would love it to be a trend that like we ask people to like draw these characters. I don't think they should do this one, but
I would love
Definitely
for them to
do this
all
one.
of them. Please post your fan art to make us a subreddit and then put art on it.
yes,
Please.
But maybe not of these ones.
No, definitely of these ones.
Ooh, the villains
Uncensored.
could be called the Notorious Five.
What?
Like Nude-torious Five? And we just give them 5 elements.
I thought you meant like nutrorious, like nutritious,
No.
and I was like, how is ass clapping nutritious? I guess people
No.
eat ass now though, so that could kind of. Yeah. Anyway, I guess this is the end of the episode, so we're gonna wrap it up. If you enjoyed this episode, please let us know somehow, somewhere on the internet. Let us know in the comments below what you thought about all this. Tell your friends about the show, share the crap out of this with them, and get them on board for the crazy, wild imagination train that we're about to be rolling out on. If you like us and our beautiful voices, consider subscribing to our channel, The Talks a Lot Boys, where we are going to be posting more of this show. And we have another show called The Tippity Top Podcast, where we talk about our favorite things. So go check all of those out as well. If you're listening to the audio version of this podcast on Apple Podcasts, please give this a 5-star rating. That'll really help us out, and it will help us to grow and be able to do more of these. So that would be super, super cool, super helpful. This has been Pitch It To Me, baby. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.